Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we are going to learn poem for Anne Gregory by William Butler Yeats. Let's see something about the author. William Butler Yeats was a prominent Irish poet and playwright born in 1865. He is known for his exploration of Irish nationalism, mythology and the occurred in his work. Yeats co founded the Abbey Theatre and was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1923. His poetry often features themes of symbolism, spirituality, and the changing world, bridging the gap between the romantic and modern styles. Now let's see the poem. Never shall a young man thrown into despair by those great honey colored ramparts at your ear love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair, but I can get a hair dye and set such color there. Brown or black or carrot, that young man in despair may love me for myself alone and not my yellow hair. I heard an old religious man but yesternight declare that he had found a text to prove that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. Introduction for Anne Gregory is a poem by William Butler Yeats that explores the theme of inner versus outer beauty. The poem counters around a conversation between the speaker and Anne Gregory, where the speaker notes that men are attracted to Anne's beautiful yellow hair, which he compares to honey colored ramparts. Anne, in turn, expresses her frustration with this superficial attraction and suggests she might dye her hair to see if someone will love her for her true self. The poem concludes with the speaker quoting an old religious man who believes only God can love someone for their inner self, not their outward appearances. Now let's take a look at the first stanza. Never shall a young man thrown into despair by those great honey colored ramparts at your ear love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. Explanation. The poem begins with the speaker addressing Anne Gregory, stating that young men will only be drawn to her beautiful golden hair, which the speaker describes as honey colored ramparts or yellow hair. These descriptions suggest that her hair acts as a barrier, preventing people from seeing her true self. The speaker suggests that these men will not only love her for her inner qualities but rather for her outward appearance. Stanza second. But I can get a hair dye and set such color there, brown or black or carrot, that young men in despair may love me for myself alone and not my yellow hair. Explanation and response by saying that she can easily change her hair color, suggesting that she can alter her physical appearance. She implies that if men are truly in love with her, they will love her regardless of her hair color, meaning they should look beyond her physical beauty to see her true self. She suggests that true love should be based on inner qualities rather than external appearances. Stanza third. I heard an old religious man but yesternight declare that he had found a text to prove that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. Explanation. The speaker then introduces the idea that only God can love someone unconditionally, without regard for physical attributes. This implies that human love is often influenced by external factors, such as physical appearance, and that true, selfless love, like God's love, is rare in human relationships. The poem concludes by suggesting that Anne should not seek love based on superficial qualities but rather on her inner self. The central message of the poem: external beauty can be a hindrance as well as a help. Speaker Yeats and Anne Gregory. Now let's take a look at the key components. Superficiality versus inner beauty. The poem highlights the societal tendency to focus on physical appearance rather than inner qualities. The nature of love. The poem questions whether true love can exist based solely on physical attraction. God's love. The poem suggests that only God's love is unconditional and based on a person's true self. Self acceptance. Anne's willingness to change her hair color reflects a desire to be loved for who she is, not what she looks like. Critique of societal value. The poem implicitly critiques the superficial value of society that prioritize outward appearance. In essence, the poem is a commentary on the importance of inner beauty and the challenges of finding genuine love in a world obsessed with physical appearances. Here is the list of glossary and their meanings respectively. You can go through these words or take a screenshot for better understanding. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.